All right. Thank you, fellow stock jobbers. Thanks for tuning in. So let's just take just a quick overview of the market. I don't think there's going to be much movement until this whole the NVDA earnings come out, which is tomorrow after the close. I think the whole street is kind of taking this wait and see approach. That, and also it's the week before Memorial Day. A lot of people are probably on vacation and so forth. Things tend to change. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say Memorial Day? I meant Labor Day. Things tend to change after Labor Day, not the first week after, but the second week after. That's when the market gets more volume in it. People are getting their kids off to school, they're on vacation, yada yada. So S&P is pretty much flat, right? It was up about 15 basis points today, but basically we're right where we were 5 days ago. Haven't really moved. Not surprisingly, there's probably some resistance up here around 564-ish. The highest trade here was pretty much 564, 563.91. There tends to be resistance at former resistance levels because you got people that bought back here who the next day are like, oh, what the hell did I do? So they say if it ever gets back to my price, I'm going to sell and get out. So when it finally gets back to their price, people that bought here are selling over here to get out at break even. But anyway, so 564 on the top side, 553 on the low side. We're starting to get into a pretty well-defined trend here. Let's look at the tech sector. We look at this XLK. It's an ETF that follows the tech sector. This is kind of interesting. It's actually started to trend lower. I mean, I can't say I'm surprised. The tech sector has not been acting well over the last week or two. You might look at the tape and be like, oh, it's up 61 basis points. What are you talking about? Well, it's up from the close or up from yesterday's close, but today's high or today's close was still lower than yesterday's open. So if you look at it myopically, just like through one day, the action might seem like it's pretty good. But if you look at it from this time frame, you could see, we're going into a downtrend here. At least that's what it looks like. I'm sure a lot of things will change when NVIDIA reports tomorrow, but I don't think so. I think we're going lower. The market's just due for a sell-off. Look at NVIDIA. I mean, geez, this stock hasn't really moved since the 19th, right? Basically, it's been trading at 128. So now if I was trading this short term, there's your upside. The top of the range, 129.50. There's the bottom of the range, I would say 124. So basically, people trade ranges two ways, right? If it gets up to the top of the range, they sell. If it gets to the bottom of the range, they buy. The other way to do it is to trade a breakout or a breakdown. So you don't do anything, but if we get above this resistance, it tells us the sellers who created the resistance are gone and people jump in on the long side. That's called trading a breakout. Same thing on the downside, but it's the mirror image. If we break the support, it tells us that the investors and traders who created the support with their buy orders are out of the way. So, option traders, you might want to think about things like a collar or some kind of market neutral strategy tomorrow. I don't know if NVIDIA is going to move one way or the other, but my guess is it does make a tradable move one way or the other. Whether it's up or down, I mean, that will remain to be seen. But, sometimes you got to just be like, all right, well, I'm going to just wait and be patient and do what the market tells me to do. Now, look at this. Look at where Microsoft found support, right at the level that was support before. So a perfect example of micro memory. It's not a coincidence that the last 3 days, the bottom was right around the same bottom back here. This will be an important thing to watch. If NVIDIA gives way and has bad earnings, that'll probably make Microsoft break the support, and that'll get the tech sector kind of moving on the downside. Apple's kind of neutral too. So the level to watch here, right around there, 224. So Apple breaks this, Microsoft breaks that support. We got a decent downtrend coming in. We don't put our heads in the sand. We just start thinking about how to trade on the short side. Inverse ETFs. Now look at the healthcare sector. This has been strong. People just really focus on tech, but there are other sectors. And over the last week or two, tech has done nothing. It's the healthcare sector is doing well, the financial sector. This is doing well. I think it might be getting a little bit overbought. And then if we look at some of these other sectors, the industrials, it's doing okay. Consumer discretionary, it's going sideways. But most of this is Amazon, believe it or not, and Tesla. I don't know who decides what's in what sector, but anyway, they decided to put Amazon and Tesla in consumer discretionary. I guess I could see Tesla. I don't know why Amazon is there. Yeah, there's Tesla. All right, so I mean that's it, everyone. I think we're going to be quiet tomorrow. If there's one thing to watch in the market, I think to get an idea which way the broader market is going to go, it's right here at Microsoft. Look at this, right? Just a perfect example of our important price levels. We go into this massive sell-off. Where do we find support? Right at the same level that was support there before. It's not a coincidence. And where are we finding support now? The same level that was support there. So if Microsoft starts to break the support, maybe gets like 410 or so, 409, I think there's a good chance we go into a pretty tradable sell-off. All right, everyone. I hope that helps. But if it doesn't, just hit me up on YouTube or Mark at Stock Market